O'Hara joining us once again on this Wednesday, here to answer your legal questions. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
We have several calls on the line. We're going to go ahead and get right to them so we can get as many as we can. Good morning. What's your question for Charlie?
Hello?
Hi there. Go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, my husband bought a pickup from his boss, and we've had it paid off for like a month and a half. The tags expire on Friday. They have the title, but we haven't got it yet. So what do we need to do?
Good question.
Well, I mean, that's a real problem. I don't know why he would not give you the title. I mean, if you have the truck and you've paid it off, it makes no sense to me. I guess if all else fails, you ought to go to an attorney. It seems like to me the first thing you do is call him and ask him what's going on. If he still won't give it to you, I guess you could go to an attorney, have the attorney call him. But if you're going to file a lawsuit or any legal action, it's going to take a little while. It won't be done by Friday. So it doesn't make much sense. I guess if all else fails, you're going to have to go to an attorney and get advice from an attorney about that.
Okay, and oftentimes, too, in this kind of a situation, can you get an attorney to perhaps write a letter to kind of encourage them to hand over something like that? Well,
I think, you know, at times that's something that you should do because obviously somebody holding something for an unreasonable reason, they probably need to hire an attorney that the law is against them and they're going to be responsible for all the damages and everything else that happens from that. So that's a good idea. But hopefully you can get things resolved without going to an attorney. I mean, everybody thinks all we want to do is make money, which we do, obviously, but if people are reasonable, they don't really have a neat reason to go to us. But a lot of times people get unreasonable, and that's when we come in.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Thank you for the call. We have time now for another one this morning. Hi there, what's your question for Charlie?
I had a ticket that I got 2 years ago in Waukene, and I tried to send the payment, and apparently they never received it, and I found out yesterday that my license is suspended. And I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get it back so I don't get a ticket for driving on a suspended.
Well, I think the quick answer to that is you need to get it straightened out in Waukene and get that ticket straightened out. Then you need to go to the Kansas Department of Revenue, and there'll be some fines that you'll have to pay because your license has been suspended. And if you pay those, you can get it back. But anybody that gets a ticket that's a moving violation, you need to take care of that, or they'll suspend your license. You need to get it paid or go to court and get it taken care of. You don't want to let. So I think some people think if they just get a ticket and they never do anything about it, it'll just go away, and it doesn't. It suspends your license, and if you've moved or something like that, you don't even get notice of it, and it can be a real problem. It can end up being a real problem for you, so you got to take care of business.
Probably a good reminder, too, if you do send a payment in form of a check or money order, to call and make sure they got it. You know, sometimes things do get lost in the mail.
Well, yeah, sometimes they do, but they don't usually get lost in the mail. I mean, whatever happened, it may be that something got messed up there, but if you sent the money there and you never got a receipt or something, you better do something about it.
Okay, get confirmation. Okay. Thanks so much. We have time now for one more this morning. Hi there. What's your question for Charlie?
Yes, we had bought a home 4 years ago, and the government was giving out an amendment to help with that, and the association, when we bought our home, they had taken out too much, and now the IRS is coming back on us for $800, and I was wondering if we had any legal rights to do something about this.
Well, that's kind of a complex question. Anytime you get into a loan from the government and a homeowners association and all the real estate papers, I mean, if there's whatever those are very complex, but what you need to do is you need to read that contract and go through it and see what's in there. I mean, you don't want to mess with the IRS, so you need to get that matter straightened out. But the paperwork is what really controls in a real estate transaction. You need to look through that and read it carefully.
Okay, thank you for your calls today. We appreciate it. If you did not get on the line, Charlie will hopefully be back next week. No, you're going to be out of town. That's right. We're going to have someone else from Charlie's firm here.
Either Morgan or Chris, probably.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. We'll be back with more Eyewitness News Entertainment on the way, 8:34. Stick with us.
Expect more from KSCW. This is Eyewitness News This Morning in high definition. Online at kwch.com.